say that as our company, American Residential Services, which we're headquartered here in Memphis, and we are very, very pleased to be a part of this very special national event. You know, by bringing such great basketball teams, high school basketball teams here to Memphis, and having them play with the best of Memphis, that's something that's really very special. And when you look and say, as a culture in this city, who has any stronger background than Memphis when it comes to a breeding ground for great basketball and great athletics? The mayor said it, everyone is saying that, and we certainly believe that also. The important thing, though, I think, as we looked at it, too, we said the basketball is really good. It's really nice, and it really helps everyone out. However, the most important thing that we have going, we feel, is what's going on in supporting St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. We truly hope that this event, which we hope becomes an annual event, can bring not only resources, not only money, but can also help people understand and appreciate how really important in the contribution that St. Jude's is to Memphis and to people around the world. And also, as we looked at the sponsorship, we are very, very proud to partner up with the finest basketball player to ever come out of Memphis, and that's obviously Mr. Hardaway. So, from our standpoint, American Residential Services, we want to say thank you to everyone, and we also want to make sure that everyone, hopes it has a good time and can participate. And the one thing we do know, we're just excited as everybody else. Can't wait for January, can't wait to get this program kicked off. So with that, I guess I'll say thank you all very, very much, and I will turn the podium over to you. Good.
Thank you, Paul. Next up, we have a guest that lives here in the Memphis area, and he's the Director of Community Investment Services for Nike, and that's Mr. Willie Gregory. Willie.
Thank you. I just can't say enough about the opportunity, and I think our illustrious mayor said it best, is that we are a basketball city. And on behalf of Nike, who we've made quite an investment in the city of Memphis here, we've got our supply chain of excellence located here in Memphis, and we just feel absolutely delighted that you all have chosen Memphis to host this great basketball tournament. We look forward to supporting you. And again, I think it's 4 B's: basketball, blues, Beale Street, and barbecue. Thank you.
Thank you, Willie. The next gentleman I'd like to introduce is the head coach at White Station. He coached Joe Jackson here, who is a freshman or sophomore this year for the Memphis Tigers. Jesus Tino.
Well, how lucky can we get? We're privileged. We're hosting the tournament for the first time. If I can summarize everything, I think St. Jude, we've said that we can be one in the world, but we can be a whole world to one person. I think summarize what St. Jude does. They take everybody in, that does everything. So we kind of, right now, delighted. We just going crazy in our gym, being in construction and everything. We're trying to get everything ready, but being the privileged one to do it, we're going to do it right. It's a great event for a great cause, and I hope the community feels that way, and I hope they come and support the tournament. Thank you.
The next gentleman I'd like to introduce is entering his 27th season at Oak Hill Academy. He sent well over 100 players to Division I colleges, many to the pros. You can pretty much have an all-NBA first team with some of the talent that he's coached in his 27 seasons at Oak Hill Academy. Overall record 8-16 and 53 in the 26 years he's been at the helm of the Warriors. Steve Smith.
I didn't win any of those games personally. Those were my players. Rich probably told you a few that played for me, but I'm excited to be here. It's a thrill for me. I'll be more excited to bring my team here in January and let them experience playing against these Memphis teams. I don't know any other city in the country, I was thinking about it earlier as we were talking, that's got as many top high school programs as Memphis. You'll go to New York and LA and these places, they have 3 or 4 that dominate every year, but there are so many good teams here and so many great players. I've had the privilege to play against Melrose in the past, head coach, Booker T. Washington, some of those teams. We're excited next year to play Melrose and Craigmont, and I've got a player, Damian Wilson, who will be attending Memphis next year. Hopefully he'll play well here and not feel much pressure, and I think he will. Hopefully he will. But we're excited to come, and we have never been to Memphis. I like to take my teams to places they've never been, and I've never been to Memphis till flying in here last night, and I got red eyes because somebody took me out to Beale Street last night. I think my biggest challenge will keep my players off Beale Street or wherever they're allowed to travel here. This is a great hotel, a great facility. I appreciate Travis inviting us and Steve Woodward. I played in Hoop Fest events. This is a Hoop Fest event. Probably for 15 years up in Metropolis, Illinois, Marshall County, Kentucky, and so I've known Steve Woodward for 15 years, and then Travis, I've gotten to know him the last few months here, so we're excited to come. I'm excited that they've invited us, and I'll hang out with you guys a little while if you got any questions later, but we're really excited to come, and we travel all over the place, but I'd mark this on our schedule this year as our highlight event of the year, so we're looking forward to coming back in January.
I'd like to introduce John Conway with Conway Services. John?
Kind of short on my part, but I'd just like to say we're just thankful for the opportunity to be a part of this event. I'm a lifelong Memphian, born and raised here. I have a nephew that is a patient at St. Jude, and so it means a lot to me to be able to give back, for us to be able to give back to the program, to the Penny Hardaway Hoop Fest, and like others have said, what is synonymous with Memphis, Penny Hardaway, and St. Jude, and so it's such a joy just to be a part of this event.
And last but not least, Travis Haddock, who is the president and CEO of Haddock Sports. He's responsible for this great event coming up in January. Travis.
A year and a half ago when we started this project, this is kind of what we envisioned. Bringing a national event to Memphis, the first one of its kind, to bring these teams of this caliber. So we are really excited. But most importantly, unless there is a 100% cure rate at St. Jude, we are not doing enough. So it's up to us to raise the awareness. And I want to thank Kevin Nienice at St. Jude, Chris Boyson, the ones that really stood behind us this whole time, really believed in this project and what we were doing. So I want to really take this moment to thank St. Jude and all they do, the fact that they've partnered us in this event. So thank you to Oak Hill Academy, thank you to Nike, thank you to all our sponsors, American Residential Services, for making this happen. Without you, this would not be going on. So we are really excited. The Westin Hotel has been unbelievably gracious to us, and the hospitality that we are receiving and our guests are receiving. So thank you all very much, and we look forward to seeing you in January.